13 minutes left on my tape when I left BenNevis, but I put my camera in the bag and something must have hit it, and it recorded 13 minutes in my bag. So right there where I crossed over, that's halfway point. Go all the way around there and then zigzag back up to the top, and we can't see the top from here. But when it wasn't cloudy up there, it was just brilliant, stunning, as the Brits would say. Well, this is a race of cattle, a breed of cattle called Scottish Highland cattle, and they're not real large cattle, but they're real shaggy. They're got real long hair and real big long horns. Not too far from the campground is a herd of these things. Yesterday I seen a guy just walk right up to them, so they're pretty friendly. There's a little calf. That one though is the most shaggiest. There's a real shaggy one in the back too. But they're nice, blocky, stocky cattle. Here's one that's really shaggy. Almost got buffalo type head. See, they're losing their winter coat. He hasn't lost his yet. So I'm back down. I got rained on a little bit. I'm all wet. Tomorrow we'll do something different. Boy, I am one whip puppy, I'll tell you that. It's just amazing what you find along the seashore. Here is a slipper. Bought in the US of A. It's incredible. Don't know how it got here, but I'm going to take it home for a souvenir. Cut that off. I'm going to tee-tee. Well, this is called the Caledonian Canal. It's been here for quite some time, but I don't know how long. And right behind me is a historic bridge that runs over the River Oik. And that's the River Oik. So it's a double cantilevered bridge. Each half of the bridge can support its own weight. This bridge was built in 1854, replacing one that had been here before that had been swept away in a flash flood. But it doesn't say when they quit using it. But you can tell that I don't think it ever supported cars. Or maybe, yeah, well, maybe it did. But it didn't for long. And I'm parked right up there. And we're continuing on to Fort Augustus, 5 miles away. It's a pretty bridge. Well, we're taking a little back road to a place called White Bridge, which is on LocNess. But before we get there, we have to drive across some country before we come back to the lake. Isn't this just beautiful? Well, we finally got down on this little road to LocNess and came across on the other side of the lake this old castle. So we're looking now for a hotel pub type thing. Get out of these trees here. Okay. Well, this is the famous LocNess. And we're going to go in. Finally found a place that we've been looking for. We're in a cove here. Hooray! He's cold. It's not been that warm. I think they have a hard time with docks. Can't keep them. Well, we are in Campbelltown, which is at the far end of a peninsula, one of the Scottish peninsulas, that we're going to catch the ferry. Oh, I see the ferry. Going to catch a ferry right through there. That one, I bet. And we're going to go on to Ireland. But this is such a pretty little community, I thought I'd take some pictures. And we got some guys going out. They're getting ready to go fishing. Getting their fishing boat. And then we got a little boat. Let me find you. There he is. He's got his windmill going. Making electricity, I'll bet. Well, we just had a fine breakfast. And it was a bonny fine lass, wasn't she, Marie?
Yeah, she's really nice.
Very nice girl. In that hotel right there, and it's just about 100 years old, they told us. Had all these strange little alleyways and pretty neat stuff. Well, we've got the car on a camper, and this is a little strange. Cars come in, do a U-ey, and then that's how I guess we get back off. And we're debating whether we get to go up the top side or we stay in our vehicles. What? I want you to take notice of the fact that evidently, if it's really rough, this thing gets tied down. There's all these humps and bumps you got to drive over. Do we get? Well, this is when we finally get going. We're gonna pass right through there. About a 2.5 hour ride, and we'll be in Ballycastle, Ireland. Well, it looks like a nice place. We got up this morning at about 4:30. Took 4 hours to get here. It will be fine.
We hope you have a comfortable and enjoyable journey on board the Claymore. Thank you.
Well, we're off. Leaving northern Scotland, and we're going to arrive in Northern Ireland. About 3 hours. We'll be going right through there. Get out of the wind, Marie. Scotland is truly a beautiful place.
Want me to take the picture?
Sure. Maybe you should back up a little bit.
I got it.
I'm waiting for him to turn on the turbo boosters. We just skip across the water like a hydro. Well, there's our lighthouse. On that island too. I think it'd be a great golf course. thing with... Well, I'm looking back at Scotland, but I don't know what kind of picture I'm getting. Let me... And then... see if I can... Then, if I look, there's an island off the northern coast of Ireland, and let me just, and that's the coast of Northern Ireland. It should be there in about an hour. Hint of sunshine on the Emerald Isle. Well, I never realized that you could see Scotland from Northern Ireland, but even on this gray, foggy day, it's visible. Probably not with this camera. Not a very big ferry. There's my camper that got in a fight with a big truck and lost. Now I'll just do a pan here coming into Valley Castle. I started to get sick about halfway through the voyage. Came back out on the ship and cool air. So I learned a lesson. It's a lot better to stand up in the cool air than to lay down in a rock and roll ship. And the water was calm. So this looks like a really pretty place. Off to check it out. Well, we're just about there. Backing it up, lining it up, putting us in the port. Scotland has a lot of stone, just gray stone. These houses are painted, even though they may be made with stone. But it looks like we got some new development in here too. Really nice looking beach. Well, we found this campground called Silver Cliffs, and it seems to be, from the outside appearances, a fairly nice place. But then we had to use the toilet and washing facilities, and we're a little concerned. Things have tore up. They have to have a security camera in place. But we're just going to be real cautious and just lock everything up, because we're up here on the Silver Cliffs that I shot earlier And I'm just standing here between two of the trailers that are not occupied, getting a really nice view. It's a great day, and it looks like for a while the sun came out and it got very warm. But it looks like we could be in for more rain. I'll show you that in a minute. That sky. But once again, we got a fantastic view, no matter which way we look. And as long as it doesn't rain until after we're done washing clothes and fixing dinner, not a problem. Well, in Northern Ireland, they seem to call a monastery a friary. And so you're getting an idea of what the layout was. Now, I am standing at the western portal of where the common folk would enter. So you see, it's not very, well, come here, Marie, get in here.
What? I'm just looking at it.
It's not very wide. The walls are about 4.5 feet thick. And in the 1700s, there was a recluse who lived here. What was her name?
Black Knight.
Julia McQuillan. And they believe that that's her gravestone right there. Now we've got another building outside for the patrons who died here. There was, what were they called? No, what was that? A sanctuary? Where they were born, where they were buried.
Oh. The monastery's graveyard, you know.
So, we're going to go out there and look. It's about 8:30 in the evening. These are all the gravestones. On the south side of the church. We're going to see if we can find some that's readable, and we'll read them to you.
So,
Do it again. I had it on pause.
the whole thing, this would have made a really pretty rubbing on top.
I know, all the Celtic. And this is
So
a
these
family.
are all the McAllisters, and when you go into this town,
There's still McAllisters
there's
here.
still McAllisters that own all the little businesses.
So although this is all broken down, this is the latest one we've seen, 1907.
I'll bet there's more recent.
We have to leave because it's raining. I don't want to ruin my camera, but what's amazing is that there are still modern burials taking place here. Like here. That's a modern one. And these are people from the village, so they still consider. Well, we are on the northern coast of Ireland, and I'm shooting down at what's called the White Sands Bay. And there's some archaeological finds here, but I don't believe that it's worth me walking down there and hunting around, because I'm getting lazy and I want them marked. But isn't this beautiful? Coming to the Giant's Causeway. It's created by a really mad Celtic king. He turned all these peasants into tiny little stones, squares. Now, the real reason is geological. but I haven't read why the stones are square shaped and in columns. There's also some wild ducks, sea ducks. You may spot one of those. All these stones are natural. They were not placed here by man, and they're all five-sided. Get this? This is a really good example of one. Here's another one, and they're in columns. All these stones in here are all five-sided. Very, very strange. Looks like stone posts were put in here. I don't know what made these, but I think it was maybe a volcano type. But isn't it strange? You just pushed them up in columns, and most of them are five-sided. Then we have these huge balls of rock stuck together. This is pretty awesome. And we've got a day with sunshine, cloudy, windy, but it's not cold. The ranger told me that there are 40,000 columns here, half of which are six-sided. But I didn't see any six-sided, I've seen lots of five-sided. We're going to continue our walk.
Okay, have any message for anybody?
Nope, this is a great day.
Okay.
I think it was going to be great.
It is. It's the best kind of weather to see this.
The water is so clean.
Yep, bright blue, dark turquoise.
Okay.
Yep.
Let us take the...
Well, this doesn't look like too much. Kind of looks like a dried up canal. But this really was earthenworks made by the Bronze Age man, and later the Celts used them also. This is a fortress was built here. And then where Maria is going should be an ancient religious site. And the ancient road ended here. Keep going. No, crossed. We're going to go over there. But there should be another one. So in this case, they would throw up these ancient mounds of earth all the way around it. They would put their ring walls on top. And this was their fortress. Now we're going to walk to another one which was more significant. As I said, the road to Terra ended here. So this was the northernmost point of the Dalriada kingdom, or Dalriada. Well, this is the center of the second one. They had a spring here. They lined this with clay and they made a pool. And then they threw in replicas of weapons, sacrificed animals here. I mean, they've excavated this so they know all that was in here. So, a religious place. And it's kind of the ending point for ancient man. Couldn't go much further on this particular peninsula. Alright, we're going to make our way back. We're going to stop at a churchyard. Well, this is the Derry-Keigan Church, founded in 420 by Saint Coleman. Derry-Keigan means Oak Grove of the Blind, and this was a Druidic pagan worship stone that was found in the wall of the church. 1975 they made an exact replica of it, and the stone is decorated on all four sides. Doesn't, once again, doesn't show very good detail, but in 1975 they found the stone and made a replica of it, and this tells all about it. So the Druids like to work